Grewe's path crossed with the Irish when the team adopted him. Since then, he's been a fixture on the sidelines as the victories continue to pile up.
Gabby Gonzalez is also along for the countdown. She joins us from Sun Life Stadium with more on Sam's story. Gabby?
Well, guys, Sam has been an athlete playing football, basketball, and even soccer. But all of that had to change when he got his diagnosis a little over a year ago. So the chance to get to know these players was something that he wanted to do, and it gave him the ability to be mentally strong even when his body felt weak. Amid the cheers and runs through the tunnel, there's one face that most Notre Dame fans might not recognize.
He didn't miss any of the games, any of the home games, I should say. He's in the locker room with the guys.
Sam Grewe gets a unique perspective, a first-hand look at what it means to be part of an undefeated season. Something that goes a long way to motivate a teen going through a tough battle.
He's been in the hospital upwards to 140 days this year. Has had several surgeries. It's just been a long process.
Back in December 2011, Sam started feeling pain in his knee. Tests soon showed that a rare form of cancer was to blame.
Sam was told he had a tumor on Christmas Eve last year, and then he overheard a conversation on Christmas Day, and that's how he found out he had cancer.
And so the decision was made to go with what's called a rotation-plasty, in hopes of making Sam cancer-free and giving him the chance to one day get back to playing sports.
They cut his leg off at the top and at the bottom, basically, and removed the center section. And then they took what was left of his lower leg and reattached it to what was left at the top leg, but backwards.
But getting through that surgery was just a little bit easier, knowing that an entire football team was cheering him on. Something that helps on days like this one, when Sam feels the effects of chemo treatments. Just days before his amputation, the Irish donned Grewe crew shirts as they welcomed him on board. Now Sam calls some of the Irish players his good friends.
Grant Patton, John Goodman.
And the players themselves see him as an inspiration.
Just having him around is just so motivating to us and shows that you can really overcome anything.
Pictures from this unforgettable season line the walls in the Grewe basement. Moments that helped Sam push through. Now there's one final game before the final rounds of chemo.
This culmination, this national championship game, the end of their season, is happening so close to the end of our chemotherapy. You know, like it feels like everything's sort of getting wrapped up, reasons to celebrate, and then move on.
And those last rounds of chemo are scheduled for the end of this month. After that, it'll be a few tests to make sure that Sam is cancer-free. His family says they can't wait to get back to some normalcy. And I did catch up with him just a few hours ago. Sam gets to spend the next couple hours in the locker room with the guys, so he was so excited to take part in that. Mo, back to you.
That is awesome, Gabby.